My name is Dean Bostic, and welcome to my television show, Charities. For those that haven't seen my show, I interview local charities, nonprofits, fundraisers, causes, and this is all to increase awareness of local nonprofits that people may not have heard much about. They want to get more exposure of their nonprofits. So, yeah, that's what I do. That's what my show is about, and very, very informational. I'm sorry. So today we have Kitsap Computing Seniors, and president is Ed Evans. And Ed, tell us a little about what you do. Like, when was KCS founded, for instance?
Well, KCS is Computing Seniors. Kitsap Computing Seniors was founded in 1992, as indicated on our banner here.
Okay.
There was a gentleman that started this was Rampton Harvey. He went by Ramp, and he was very motivated with the computers, and he put an article in the local newspaper regarding the computer process, and invited people to, if they had computer knowledge and technology, that he wanted to hear from them. And he was able to get 27 people responding to that article.
Okay.
As a result of that, then he and 3 people founded or started the club. And they were they were lucky to get the funding from a what they called a Pope Resources, and they gave generously the funds for the program.
I thank those guys.
They, as a result, and they were they donated the funds, and they were state and federal filed. And they became incorporated in the state of Washington with a nonprofit organization. And the club was chartered for, and in educational organization is what they were referred to.
Okay. And see, what is your guys' website?
Our website is also on the banner here in front of us, and it's www.kitsapcomputingseniors.org.
Okay.
And we invite the public to go to that site, and there's a lot of information that we will provide today, but if they want to refer to that and their friends, and they'll know more about us.
Okay, yeah, and I definitely want to have you back in a couple of weeks to talk more, give more detail about what you do, and hopefully, guys may be free. I'll check back with you, but hopefully you can come back on in a couple of weeks. So what is your mission statement?
Our mission statement is to enhance the county residents' of knowledge and skills and enjoyment of computers and other technology.
What does that mean to you? Is it kind of...
Well, we, initially, the vision was to reach out to shut-ins and others in need financially, to be connected with their relatives, friends, and so forth.
Nice.
And
Okay.
this was part of the vision.
Your mission, okay. And who may join? Is it only seniors?
It's open to all ages. Initially,
nice.
it was for those shut-ins and so forth, and then it was expanded beyond that. And we have programs that bring in other ages, and we invite anyone to come to our general membership meetings and also take part in what we offer.
That is nice. Now, I got to give you a 5 on that. 'Cause, that took a lot of doing and work, and I'm sure people appreciate that they can work with you. So, do you guys have club meetings, and where are they? If you
Okay. Our general meetings are at the Sheridan Park Community Center, and that's at 680 Lebo Boulevard in East Bremerton.
Is that going to be on your website?
And the meeting is 10 to 11. That's the third Monday of every month except July and August.
Okay. Is that info on your website also?
It's also on the website.
Perfect. Okay, good.
Everything that we have to offer today is on the website.
Beautiful. Okay. And it says, what does KCS offer to the public? But you pretty much answered. You guys.
Yes, and we have guest speakers that are very knowledgeable in current technology and other subjects.
Okay.
At our general membership meetings.
Yeah, we'd like to have them come back with you if they can. Okay, so we're going to have for Jack. And Jack, just tell us a little bit about your your last name and what's your responsibilities at KCS.
You need my last name. My last name is Jack Rodabush.
So people
That's all
know.
of it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I kind of keep the last one secret.
Okay. Gotcha.
Only the people in Indiana would understand that, of course.
Oh, I'm from Ohio, so we're kind of close.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the main thing that I'm doing right now is the newsletter editor.
Okay.
I put together the information that is given to me and try to put it into the form of a 6-page newsletter, which comes out once a month, at the first of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find this newsletter on our website. If you go to the website and click on About Us, you can get the last 3 newsletters there very quickly.
Okay.
And find out what we have to say about the organization. And usually in there you'll see our I got to remember here.
No problem. Me too sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you. We have our minutes of our meetings and our financial reports and so forth there. So anyone can look at it and see how we stand with the rest of the organizations. The second thing that I do is I'm the training coordinator, which really is just I act as a point of contact for different organizations that want to talk to us about training and this and that and the other. We have moved from several different places now. We do have work we're doing, or classes that we're giving down at Goodwill in Bremerton.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And they let us use their facilities, which is really great down there. We do it at Mountain View Middle School. We use their equipment. And at the present time, as the instructor, I'm conducting a class in the Microsoft Excel.
Oh man.
And that's basically the kinds of things that I'm doing for the club.
Okay. Beautiful, man. It's a point of contact. And see, so do you do, as an instructor, let us know a bit about what you do again. It's like you conduct classes, techniques, enhancements, that type of thing?
Yes, we try to at one time we had classes which we called basic computer classes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have those anymore. It's difficult to find instructors to try to do that, and we are a all volunteer organization, so we don't have any paid employees or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes a problem really to try to find people who will come in and do some of the really basic kinds of things. There are a lot of classes though that we're acquainted with and can refer people to in the community, which can help them do different things. Goodwill is one of the nicest places to learn how to use a computer down there. They have very good basic training classes. We don't get involved in their training. We train there actually on Saturdays.
Oh.
And so we're not involved in any of their training procedures or anything like that. We just are given permission to use their equipment.
Okay. Is that info on your website?
It's on the website.
Oh, what's your website again?
It's www.kitsapcomputingseniors.org.
Okay. So when I have you back in a couple of weeks, I want you to talk a bit more about any more detail. If you want to bring anyone on, and they can tell about their experience and working with you, this kind of thing.
Sure.
So, so what we're going to do now is take a break for a couple of minutes. We'll have a few more guests on that you guys work with, and I want to thank you so much. We'll have a bit more time when you guys come back, hopefully around November 21st, something like that. Have more time to kind of spread it out a bit. But basically today I wanted to, introduce you, your organization, what do you do, which we did, your website, which people can find all the information that you guys talked about on your website as well. And so we're going to wrap up here, and I will have you guys back here, hopefully really soon. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate that. and for Ed and Jack. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
Sorry it seems so quick. You guys have so much more information to tell us about, but yeah, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. Okay. A little quick intro. Sorry about that.
No
Yeah,
problem.
we'll have more time on the next show, I promise you. Okay. So here we're going to take a break, and we will be back with Charities with Dean Bostic in a couple of minutes. Okay, thank you, and see you in a couple of minutes. Hello, it's Dean Bostic, and welcome back to my television show, Charities. For those of you that didn't see the first half or haven't seen my show before, my show is all about increasing awareness and exposure to local nonprofits, charities, fundraisers, causes, ones that don't have a lot of exposure, that want more exposure so that they can help more people. And that's what my show is all about. So today, we have Larry the Savage. And Larry, tell us a bit about your organization. What do you do? That type of thing.
Okay, the organization is Kitsap Computing Seniors. I've been with it ever since 2006. I teach classes. I was president for a period of time, and I support the other classes that we have in various areas.
Okay, such as?
Well, we have classes at the Sylvan Way Library every most Friday afternoons, and I have my own 3-hour class once a month called an Open Forum Windows computer class.
Oh, wow. You have a lot of people that join your class or attend your class?
Typically, we have about 15, 18 people.
That's nice, okay. And see, it's an Open Forum computer class.
Okay, well, let me talk a little bit about Sylvan Way Library.
Please.
Friday afternoons from 1:30 to 3 at the Sylvan Way Library. The library sets up computers. Anybody in the county can come and visit the library, come into the group, and we work with them one-on-one, sit down, take care of their questions, their computer problems. We can do some fixing or things like that, but mainly we show them how to use computers. There's a lot of seniors out there that have grandkids that want to Skype and do all kinds of things, and they don't know how to use computers. So we introduce people to computers, and most of them are seniors. But you can also bring in your cell phones. The library staff comes in, supports us, and helps us with that. And it's a very comfortable place to be. You get help one-on-one, and bring your questions. You can bring your laptop, all kinds of things like that.
Okay.
So that's the Sylvan Way Library most Friday afternoons from 1:30 to 3, and that's on Sylvan Way in East Bremerton.
Now, do you have a website, meanwhile?
Well, the website we have is www.kitsapcomputingseniors.org.
Okay.
Yes, it's all part of our Kitsap Computing Seniors group.
Okay, which is my section before. Okay.
Okay. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is my open forum class, which basically I have once a month. It's a 3-hour class, and it's at the Sheridan Community Center on Lebo Boulevard. And people can bring their computers. We go on the internet. They provide internet there so you can get on. And I have a lecture plan that I cover various things. And I also take all the questions people have that they can bring their problems that they have or this and that. There's a lot of problems right now with Microsoft and doing upgrades and those type of questions. There's always answers online, but you got to go find them. So it's called an open forum computer class. It's on the second Wednesday of the month. I have that particular time because the second Tuesday of the month is when Microsoft pushes out most of its Windows updates.
Oh, okay.
And so I choose that the day after that because if you're going to have problems, you might very well have them then. I cover any questions on Windows 7, Windows 8.1, and Windows 10. We talk security, maintenance, and I'll cover a little bit of that. So I bring your laptop, bring your tablets, whatever, bring your computer questions. A little update, January 14th of next year, 2020, Windows 7 stops being supported. You'd be surprised how many people out there are using Windows 7 still, and when Microsoft stops supporting it, that means it's like you stop band-aiding it, and you're open to all kinds of problems. So you got to get away from Windows 7 by 14 January. Windows 8.1 is good until January of 2023. So you got another 3 years for that. So what we teach and what I cover, besides the questions that people have, is how to use your computer, computer safety, online safety, email safety, computer scams. The world out there is full of computer scams, and people are taking advantage not only by calling you on your phone, but getting on your computer. Sometimes your computer will lock up with this is Microsoft, and you can't do anything. And we cover all those things, and I tell you how to get past them. We talk about personal information and safety. There's a way to stop anonymous and private phone calls that you get on your phone at home. Most people don't know that. Also, I talk about what's called informed delivery, which is a U.S. Postal Service mail thing where you sign up for it, and every day in your email you get a picture of the main letters that you're getting in your post office box that day, or your home post box. That's informed delivery. Information on phishing scams. There's all kinds of scams out there taking place right now. You really have to be careful. And seniors are very, very vulnerable because they believe everything.
Yeah.
I cover an area called crime reports. There's an online crime report website that you can go to, and it will show every single crime that has taken place in the area you choose in Bremerton or Paulsbo or Silverdale, and it says what happened and when it happened, and you can see what's happening around your house.
Oh, okay, good. Good, super good. Now, do you work with a mission statement, anything like that?
Specifically, it's the mission statement is the Kitsap Computing Senior Statement.
Okay, which were my previous guests.
Yes.
Okay, so what I would like to do, I know our time today is limited. We do have 2 more guests with the organization. When you come back, hopefully you can come back around November 21st is when I'd like to have you guys come back. We'll have a little bit more time to spread the show out. Today, basically, we wanted for you to introduce yourself and to introduce your website. So in the meanwhile, between now and the time I have you back, people can go to your websites, get any questions answered. If they have any questions, you can email them to me, But all the information is probably on the website, on Larry's website. And any questions that are emailed to me will go directly to Larry. Oh, and by the way, on this show, I have my guests write out the questions. And that was because I wanted them to be sure to get out all the information, or as much as we could, in the time that we had. So we just want to do a quick introduction, and then when we have the guys back, we're going to go more deeper into what they do. But you do know their website. You do know their names and positions and titles. So yeah, check their, what's your website again?
It's www.Kitsap Computing Seniors, all spelled out. Kitsap, no space, computing, no space, seniors.org.
Okay. You guys go to their website, check it out. And check the show back out on the 21st. We're going to have, not sure what time yet, but they're going to come back on the 21st. And again, sorry about the time. I know you have a lot of information to talk about, but at least now we know who you are, your organization, and what you do. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, thank you again, sir, for coming on my show. And I'm going to give you a shake on
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you. And see, so we will be right back with a couple more guests from Kitsap Computing Seniors, and some New Horizons are coming on next. Okay, perfect. And you guys all work together?
Yes.
In certain way. Okay, got you.
New Horizons is a sub of Kitsap Computing Seniors. So.
Okay, got you. Okay, now I got it. Perfect. Okay, sir, we're going to take a break for a couple of minutes, and we will be right back. Yeah, thanks again, sir, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, it's Dean Bostic, and welcome back to my television show, Charities. For those of you that missed my last show, or my last 10, 15 shows, My show is about interviewing and featuring and increasing exposure to local charities, nonprofits, fundraisers, and they're all doing a good job. All of my guests that I've had on the show are doing a great job in giving more exposure and knowledge of what they do. So today, we also have Mr. Jim Bromley. And Jim, tell us a bit about what do you do, what is New Horizons? Just kind of tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Well, New Horizons is a program that was introduced into Kitsap Community Seniors around 1997. And what we do is we provide refurbished PCs, desktops and laptops. These are two typical ones here. To folks in the county who wouldn't be able to afford a computer otherwise. We do deal with seniors, we deal with low income, veterans, shut-ins, and because we realize the importance of having everybody connected. You know, the internet is so much a part of our lives now, and being able to communicate. Grandparents can communicate with their grandchildren through Skype and other services, but there's always a portion of the population that might be a little bit left out because they can't afford a computer. So we make this possible for them to connect.
Wow, that is beautiful. What a great job, man. And what is do you work with a mission statement?
Not specific. We don't have our own specific mission statement.
This kind of speaks for itself as far as what you do.
It's incorporated into KCS.
Got you. Okay. So your donated computers come from?
Most of our donations come from individuals that are upgrading, and they go get a Christmas present or birthday present or whatever. They're just going out and trying to keep up with the technology because it's constantly evolving. And so they have a computer sitting around. They haven't used it for a while, and they can donate it to Kitsap Community Seniors. We're a nonprofit. All donations are tax deductible. And so we do occasionally get computers from other organizations. I recall a couple of years ago we got 35 HP mini towers, such as this one here, from a contractor at the Naval Sub Base. Like I say, most of them come from individuals dropping them off to us.
And now, on an average, how many do you think you get a month? Just on an average, or does it vary?
Oh, it varies quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we might get 4 or 5 in a month's time. I'd only get 1 in a month's time.
I see. Okay, it just kind of goes how.
Right.
Okay. And how are they refurbished? Does it go through inspection, or are they just kind of given the way they are? What do you?
Well, we put them through an inspection process. I get the computer. I go through it, run diagnostics on it, see if there are any hardware issues, and replace whatever needs to be replaced. Upgrade as necessary, like for instance, more RAM, more memory is added if necessary. We are a Microsoft registered refurbisher, and so Microsoft provides us with licenses for Windows 10 at a very, very reasonable cost.
Nice.
And they also provide us with standards that we have to go by for how we refurbish the computers. We can add RAM, we can add, say, a bigger hard drive, but let's say a motherboard is bad on one of our donations, and the motherboard we put in there has to be to the same specifications as what the original, the machine originally came with. So, so I run diagnostics on everything, go through and open them up, clean them out. Sometimes we get a lot of dust and dirt inside these boxes, and so we take care of that. And then we put Windows 10 Pro on, and also some additional freebie software. There's LibreOffice goes on there, which is like Microsoft Office, only it's a free program. And we put other programs on there that are designed to make your computer run more efficiently. Malware Bytes is put on there. Very important to keep malware off your computer. and so that's provided. And we put other programs on there just for keeping things cleaned up. We have a program that we use for people can keep their hard drive defragged, and put Skype on there, and so it's a pretty functioning computer. It meets most people's needs quite well.
In the ballpark, how many computers do you think you've donated just over the past?
Well, since 2007, we've donated more than 140 computers to individuals and nonprofits throughout the county. I think last year we donated around 35 to 40 computers, same thing year before that. We've worked with quite a few organizations in the county. I'm currently working with Bremerton Housing Authority, Housing Kitsap, Kitsap Rescue Mission. We've given computers to Fish Line up in Paulsville for their staff, West Sound Treatment Center. So quite a few organizations that we've been working with, but we would like to expand that. We feel that your program would be a good vehicle for getting the word out to people, and
Well, thank you on that.
I'm sorry?
I was saying, give me a 5 on that.
5.
Oh.
Give me that. Okay.
It's a neighbor ring,
I don't want
submarine
to
ring.
block June too much.
We had submarine ring.
I don't want to
retired
touch the ring.
military.
Man, I'm sorry our time is so limited today. Would you be interested in coming back on the 21st when we have a little bit more time
Yes,
to talk more about what you do and spread it out a little bit?
certainly.
So today we're basically trying to introduce Jim and his organization. And your website again, if people want more information in the meanwhile?
KitsapComputingSeniors.org/new-horizons.
Okay, and let me get that one more time for the slow writers.
KitsapComputingSeniors.org/new-horizons.
Okay, so if people
But
want...
if you go to the main website, you'll get there. There's a link to us. You'll find
Oh,
us very
perfect. Okay.
Yep.
So if you guys want more information in the meanwhile, please check out the website. And when I have them back in a couple of weeks, we'll go over some more good information. Because a lot of this that Jim talked about, I have no idea as far as computer language. And this guy's a pro. So you guys be sure and check him out.
Well, can I mention real quick that if people are interested in donating a computer to us, the easiest way to do that would be Friday afternoons from 1:30 to 3 o'clock at the Sylvan Way Library. That we provide help with people there, and they can drop their computer off there. They can also drop their computer off at PC Parts and Service, which is a computer store on Sylvan Way, near to Wheaton Way. So that's the easiest way to get computers to us.
Okay. And is that information on your website as well?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You guys keep everything on your website. Great. I appreciate that. Okay, so, yeah, if our time is limited, I do want to thank you for introducing yourself and what do you do.
I do.
And, yeah, definitely come back, around the 21st. Let us know more. So, thank you again, Jim. And I will see you, hopefully, if I can get a little bit of your time, because I know you stay busy, in a couple of weeks. And we'll go over it again. All right, thank you so much, sir. And we also have June. Okay. June, tell us a bit about what do you do for the organization? Do you guys work together?
Yes. What I do, Jim does the presentations.
Okay.
And then if it's more like not an organization like West Sound or something, but individuals, well then he gives me the application and I call the person and I agree to meet them somewhere. I don't have them come to my house. I meet them somewhere. And we go over the application. I talk about the benefits of KCS and what to expect when the technician comes. But I also kind of qualify people. I mean, our focus is to give computers to people who need them and really don't have the money to buy one. So that's our first priority. We give computers to a lot of seniors that are living in subsidized housing. They really don't have much money. And so there are a lot of seniors in that situation. And I go over everything with them. It's very important that I tell them that they have to have a provider like Comcast or Wave or CenturyLink or something before the technician comes out. There's been times when I've accompanied Jim to deliver a computer, and lots of times I can't do that, but there's someone else that can accompany him at times. But to qualify a person, I ask a few simple questions like, I don't have to do that with a senior because I already know their situation. But younger people, I'll ask them, are you working? Are you married? Do you have children, like teenagers, that need a computer for homework? And very often that's the case. And then maybe it's just a situation where the family, it's a large family, and the husband is working, but they really don't have much extra money. So that's our first focus, is for people that are kind of needy, and it's very difficult for them to come up with the money to buy a computer. Very often I've had to meet them somewhere, like when we had people that needed computers that live in Paulsbo, not Paulsbo, but Bainbridge Island, and then I agreed to meet them in Paulsbo, which is kind of halfway. So I go out of my way to meet people in order to find out more about them. And then I kind of tell them what to expect when the technician comes out, like what he's going to be doing, how he's going to be explaining all the applications and how it works, and he'll make sure that it's running and in good order before he leaves. And so people need to know these particulars.
Oh, nice, man. Well, do you guys have any events coming up?
Well, we do. We're going to have an event on November 9th at the Belfair Senior Center, and Jim and Ed are going to raffle off a laptop.
Oh, nice. Maybe I'll get
So, and in that part of the world, Belfair, people don't know about our organization. So this way we can get our information out there and educate people in that part of the county, and it'll be a good thing.
Now, do you have any, on your website, is the information of your upcoming events and things like that on your website?
I don't think we have that event on our website, which might be a good idea. But we certainly have been talking about it a lot to people.
Okay, got you. And see, let me have your role again. I'm sorry, as far as your
Interviewer.
title. It's interviewer.
I'm
Got
the
you.
interviewer.
This may take my job away. Okay. And again, I'm glad you guys came. I'm sorry our time is limited. I basically, again, wanted you to introduce yourself, what do you do, and mainly your website. Then when you guys come back in a couple of weeks, we can go a little bit longer, stretch a bit more. If you have anything in the meanwhile, that happens, please bring it. You can talk about it on our next show. So, yeah, thank you so much, and I really appreciate that, Jim and June. Or is it okay if I call you J and J?
J&J? Sure.
Yeah, okay. I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. So I will see you guys back in a couple of weeks. And thanks again. Again, sorry about the limited time, because you have a lot of information that you want to get out. But in the meantime, you guys go to their website, which, what was it again, Jim?
KitsapComputingSeniors.org.
Okay, got you. All right. And we will take a break, and we'll see you back in a couple of weeks. We can talk more, if you guys have the time, which I hope you do. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Dean.
And there's our stretch again. Okay, got you. Okay, and we will be right back. Thank you.